Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. All right, go ahead and don your headsets for me real quick. Like I said, I'm going to do not necessarily a quick introductory. Oh man, this is going to be a long one. Hi, and welcome to The Current, the official podcast of Riverfront Federal Credit Union, where we'll share our insights and experience to help you achieve your financial goals. So sit back, relax, and get ready to dive into the current. Hello, and welcome to episode number 9. My name is Joel. I'm the communication director here at Riverfront, and I'm joined by my co-host, Nick, our administrative assistant. Say hello, Nick.
Good afternoon, guys.
Hey. And also with us is Tim McLeod, president and CEO of Riverfront. How's it going, Tim?
Hey.
Awesome. Tony is on vacation. He is whale watching. For some reason, that reminds me of that episode of Seinfeld where George Costanza has to end up reaching inside the whale to get the golf ball out. I don't know if you see that episode. Yeah. But that was a funny episode. So I'm sure Tony's having fun wherever he is. We also have a special guest with us. But before I introduce her, I want to talk a bit about this month. This month, which is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. For the 8th year in a row, Riverfront has been running our Awareness Makes Sense program, where we offer free mammograms through Lackawanna Mobile Mammography Unit. I believe this year we did 40 mammograms. I'm not sure. Nick, do you know how many we did?
I'd say just between 30 and 40, maybe 32, 33.
Okay, so we did a good group of people. We also raised money for BCSS, which is Berks Cancer Support Services of Berks County, and for Thanx Wig Bank, which brings me to our guest, Diane. She is from Thanx Hair Artistry, which runs the Wig Bank. Welcome to the show, Diane. It was awesome to have you here.
Awesome to be here. Thank you.
Cool. So before we get started, Tim, do you have anything to say?
Well, we do a lot this month, the month of October, for breast cancer awareness. We've been doing, I think this is our 8th year. I think we've made a lot of accomplishments over those 8 years. And one of the things that I think, very proud of is that each year we've been able to gain momentum. Diane, how many years have you been with us?
I really was thinking about that, and I really think it's like 7 years.
Of those years, yeah.
I so appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And just another one of the things that we have available, if you will, in the arsenal of the awareness process, and it's like anything else. The more you know about something, the more you are aware of something, the more you understand it. And especially with things related to cancer, especially breast cancer, the more awareness there is out in the community, the more we can do about some form of resolution for it.
Yes,
and
yes.
that's where we're at. So Diane, welcome.
Thank you.
And we greatly appreciate all that you do in the community for breast cancer awareness or for breast cancer patients in helping them. I'm gonna let you talk about what you do, but helping their emotional. I think it's an emotional thing because my sister, not breast cancer, but another form of cancer, she has had a lot of difficulty, if you will, and she's a very strong woman. But she has one of the things that she's had a lot of difficulty with is the chemo and the hair, in dealing with that because she's always had a beautiful head of hair. And then when she got cancer, she had to go through chemo. She lost her hair, and that just starts that spiral. So anyway, that's what I got to say, Joel.
So Diane, Tim kind of alluded to it. So you deal with a Wig Bank. Explain to us what it's all about.
Again, I appreciate this opportunity to be able to spread awareness of what I do because we are a small salon with a big outreach. And our salon supports an outreach that gives wigs away for free and wig services for free to those who are shedding their hair because of all types of treatments and mainly because of chemo and breast cancer. And you alluded to the fact that it's non-medical, but you can hide surgeries and you can hide feeling crappy. But when someone loses their hair, it's almost like losing an identity. And throughout the years of doing this, I found it's not always about the hair, but it's about feeling like themselves or feeling that they're seen and valued and still very important. And that my goal is to boost their confidence, because when someone has confidence, it aids in the healing process. And so through the last couple of years, that's really been something that's come to me, and a light bulb that has gone in my mind, that people invite me into their space and I hear their stories, and I realize that it's not just about the wig or the hair, but it's about feeling of their self-value while they're going through this. And I try to really convey and create a safe space. And my goal is to really sit there with them and let them be seen and know that they are the same person they are now going through this as they were before it started. And that the way they look will come back. But right now, you are still a smart, beautiful person, regardless of how you feel or even look at this point. But I will find the best wig to make you feel like yourself again, because I know that helps build that confidence up.
That is awesome.
It is awesome.
Just giving dignity back to everybody.
Right.
It's so true. And again, that aids in the healing process. And, at first I would be nervous of finding the right wig. And throughout the years, and I've been doing this now for almost 27 years.
Wow.
And it's most recent that I found that it's more than just the wig. I mean, yes, it makes them feel good, and it helps them, again, feel better about themselves going in public or being seen by their families or whatever. But I had a gal not long ago, and she was a big business gal. She was she was in leadership and owned businesses, and she just felt so low. And when she showed me her business card, and she goes, "Look, this is the way I used to look." And the light bulb went off, and I looked at her card and I looked at her face, and I was like, I still see this beautiful woman right in front of me. Right. She goes, "You're kidding." I said, "No, you're still this person." And that's when I realized how important this is and how my heart just burst. Yeah. And another idea came that I have to grow this business. I have to grow the business so I can support this outreach and even make more awareness out there in the community. So this is amazing to be able to share it this way, because I wanted to be able to provide even more for them. I want to be able to provide perhaps neuropathy therapies, or even get them, introduce them to acupuncture or massage or other types of services that would help aid in that confidence and have them feel, like their old selves again. Yeah. So in order to do that, I'd also like to, maybe even if it's what they need, take care of their mortgage or expenses or rides or any of that kind of stuff, because they're sharing these stories with me, and it's a tough time. No matter what your income might be, it's really put to a halt, and it can diminish it because of the expenses that you have to pay out, regardless of status. So I thought, okay, I think I really want to grow this. I want more people to become aware. So awareness makes sense. That yes, because it's going to take even more funds, because I want to hit more people. Throughout last year in 2023, we gave out about 65 wigs. And that, equates, of course, to about, 1 point something, about one a week or 1 to 2 a week. And doing the finances, it could be like 4 to 6 wigs a month. And that
how much does that cost?
Exactly.
That sounds like a hefty price tag.
Like, it is. And when I looked at it, because I was like under the grace of God of just being able to provide that. I'm only a small business girl, and I really just kept doing it because that's where I was called to do. Yeah. But the last couple of years, I really dove deep into my expenses and keeping the business rolling. And I went, oh my God, it could be $800 to $2,000 a month that I'm putting out. And I'm like, oh, why isn't my business growing? Because I'm paying out. But it's okay, because it's God's will, because it always comes back. It comes back one way or another. And it's just amazing to be able to be invited into a space like that, into someone so vulnerable, and be able to listen and just share my heart, because it's just all about love and sharing the love.
Right. Yeah, we are all so hard on ourselves a lot. And, the lady was saying how this is how I used to look. And I can feel that, because, we all look at ourselves really hard and are like, and if there's any default or anything that's not the same. I can see how that would make her feel that way. So you giving her that wig or helping her see that different self, that is amazing. I'm
Just
happy for
hearing
you.
it once in a while. Hey, I'm conscientious of these big headphones on my hair. It's like on my head. I'm thinking, my hair okay?
No, you're rocking them pretty well.
know,
Yeah, you're looking
I
good.
always worry it's going to mess
There's
my
no
hair up
video
as
here,
well.
so you'll be okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, I mean, little things like that. You
Yeah.
just do real think about that. You're gonna take me seriously? Do I look silly? So I can imagine when it's out of your control.
Oh my goodness.
And it's even, you can sit at the end of the day and just know that's what you have to get through because there's light at the end of the tunnel. And but while you're going through it, it is about that journey, who we are during any journey. No matter if we're going through bad times or just not going through chemo, it's who we are when the times get tough, and that's the journey. And I'm there to aid them through that particular journey for them to. I know it's tough, but it's who we are during that, and it's really such a privilege. And I take it as a privilege.
So that's 20, you mentioned 20 years of doing this and at least 4 wigs a month. How many people do you think you've helped over the years? I mean, that sounds like, I know it's a pop quiz question,
sounds like
but
basic
it
math,
sounds
Joel.
like a lot of people.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's amazing work you're doing there.
Thank you. So, back 25 years ago or so, when I started this, it wasn't quite as necessary. Maybe I was seeing someone once a month, twice a quarter. And I was working with the American Cancer Society at that time. And it's really over the past 5 years, 3 years at it's weekly.
Wow.
We could have 3 wig fittings a week. We could have 2. We definitely always have one going on. Myself and one of the other stylists, Lily, actually do the wig fittings, and Marissa's upstairs raising cents for us, putting tinsel in the employees' hair here. So thank you for allowing us to do that as well and matching some extra money and coming my way. That's great. Marissa and Molly are the other 2 stylists, and they walk through the experience of taking the phone calls, booking the appointments, explaining what goes on because it's completely free, and I don't require anything. I'm a small business, and so hopefully I'm protected and not putting a whole lot of stuff out there. But it's really, you tell me you have cancer, you're losing your hair, I'm going to give you my time and see if what you need, and we'll find the right wig for you. They're not pre-owned wigs either. They are brand new wigs. I will not do a pre-owned wig because you deserve to have a wig picked out specially for you. I'll get it to size for you, and I'll style it and cut it just so that you feel as close to yourself as possible. And
So
you feel good in
the
it.
wig itself, and forgive me for not understanding, the only kind of wigs I know is the one that you get like at
The Halloween store.
the Halloween store.
Spirit Halloween.
Exactly, the Spirit Halloween. So will someone have, like, I'm sure some people have the fear of, oh my God, I'm going to look like I'm wearing the Spirit of Halloween wig.
That's right, yeah.
How do you get, what kind of wig or what goes on there?
Yeah, so the wigs, I work with a couple different national wig companies that make high quality wigs so that I can fit them really well. They're also made with different types of fibers, and even if it's a heat friendly synthetic fiber, it's such a beautiful fiber to work with because it's lighter on the head, and it still can be blown dry or curled or styled to suit. And just because it's synthetic doesn't mean that it's a cheap wig whatsoever, or that a human hair is better. It's not true, because we don't know exactly if it says human hair, where that human hair came from and how it was processed and how many times it was processed, or the technologies that made synthetic hairs to make it more real feeling or more human feeling and work real human, really well as well. It's also the cap construction that goes on because it could be wefted, it could be hand tied, it could be monofilament. So all those go together, and I give everyone a crash course to understand what goes into the wig. So it's not just, are they real? Well, to me, they're all real, but I think what they mean is, are they human hair?
Right.
And just because a wig says human doesn't mean amazing.
Or will it look real on me?
It's
I
gonna-
think that's what they're.
Yeah, so once you put it
Joel,
on.
any hair would look real on you.
I shave my head. Yes, I'm bald.
So in the beginning, sometimes it's a little bit of a learning curve because if your hair is already shedded or you're already ill and your hair is kind of fine or sparse, when you put a wig on, there's a lot of hair there. So, but that's what's really cool about different types of wigs because sometimes they're made to look finer and it will look more like you. And then in stock, what I don't have every single wig in stock because it's impossible to carry them because not every wig is made in every size, every color. So I have kind of sample wigs of color and sizes and styles so that when you put it on, it might be the style you're looking for, but it may not be your right color. So it's a little bit of let it sit, let it sink in. It's definitely not the instant gratification we see on QVC and Home Shopping Network, where the girls pop on those things and then they shake their hair and they're like, yeah. And that's what you want to come in and feel like. But that's where I kind of slow the appointment down and it's just breathe because it's probably not going to be that way. It's going to feel more weird and you're going to know you have a wig on because people are like, I look like I have a wig on.
Right.
Well, of course you do. You just put it on,
I think I remember talking to you before a while ago about on I forget what network it was, the Lifetime channel or something like that. You mentioned that you noticed all the wigs that people were wearing because you're like, oh, I know that style. I know that wig. So that did surprise me. Yeah.
Especially guys.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Hallmark models or Hallmark actors have like the best hair. If you ever take a good look at it, they're either completely beautifully bald or they have the most perfect hair in the world. So when I started studying this, and I don't walk around town or sit here and look at all of you and say, oh my God, bad hair, good hair. I'm not like
I'm
that
sure
at
you
all.
can't help it.
No,
Well, just for the record, she told me earlier I have good hair.
I do. Yes, you do.
You do.
Yeah, Nick does too.
Notice how she didn't say Joel has no
Well, Joel, you have great shaved head. It's great. Nice facial, very nice. You all have nice facial hair, trimmed really good.
It sounds like there's a lot more of an educational piece to this than I guess what Joel was mentioning with just picking out a wig. It's really a process where you need to be educated on what it's going to look like, manage the expectations.
Emotional aspect of it.
Yeah.
It's exactly right. And well, I think we have footage with Tony putting wigs on.
Oh, yeah.
You might have to pull that up for these
Where
guys.
can I get my hands on that?
It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. It's out there. Yeah.
What's really cool is that even Tony, someone that you know really well, upbeat guy,
Yeah.
when he put that hair on and he looked at himself, the look in his eyes was actually
He looked like a little kid again.
Yeah, there's a sparkle. And that's when when someone, if they've been ill for a while and they're not feeling like themselves and you put the right style and color on, there's a look and there's a softening in their whole entire demeanor. There's a softening. And then to get like, okay, it's amazing to experience. It's such a privilege.
Maybe that's something I need to do.
We can do that for you. Yeah.
Try on a wig.
Do you need a softening? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, maybe that's
Need
it.
some hair therapy.
Hair therapy.
Exactly.
There you
We
go.
can do that.
I can help you out.
Maybe that'll work.
Yeah.
Maybe I can save some therapy dollars.
There you go.
Or you can just donate them to the wig
Okay, just for the
boutique.
record, I don't have therapy dollars. I don't use therapy.
It's okay if you do.
I know, right?
It might make you,
Soften up a little
yeah,
bit.
yeah.
I think my kids would say I need therapy, but I'm like, no, I'm
I
good.
know a few people that would probably agree with that for me. So we'll just leave it there.
But this
We'll
hair
just leave it
therapy
there.
thing sounds
I
cool.
like this. Hair
It's
therapy.
so much more fun.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I don't go that deep.
I can picture that.
I just
though.
keep it,
Yeah.
as pretty and
I always
surface.
wanted
Yeah.
dreadlocks. We can try that. You got a dreadlock wig or?
Well, right now I have in the salon waiting for Saturday for a Halloween costume, a Beetlejuice wig.
Oh,
Whoa! Wow. Oh,
I
that's-
have, and on the same lines like Albert Einstein.
Oh wow!
oh, wow.
I have Albert, yeah.
Okay.
Stuff, yeah.
So you don't only offer wigs for people to use because of medical reasons, but you actually do sell wigs as well.
I do sell wigs. It helps pay it forward.
Okay.
And even though I concentrate on giving them away for free, I would love for people to come in and purchase as well because that does help support the business that creates the outreach. And I just came up with that term that we're a small business for stylists right now, but we have this big outreach, and I have such a big weight on my heart to be able to do the extras like I was talking about. So spreading awareness, and that's the number one thing that people ask, well, who knows about this? How comes I never knew about this? And I'm like, well, because I'm one person. I have the salon. I was working behind the chair all the hours of the week. and running the business, doing hair, training the people, doing the wigs, and then getting out there and doing these types of things.
Promotion
so that
and marketing.
the promoting
It's-
and marketing.
It's very
and
tough when you're the sole business owner.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, but purchasing the wigs, and I work with Hair You Wear and NV Wigs and a couple other wig companies that can make it work. And wigs can cost anywhere from $200 to $10,000.
Oh,
So,
Wow.
Yep.
depending on what you're looking
Got
for,
their own business.
how they fit. Yeah. Well, and the thing is that I don't sell as many as I give away.
Right.
But we do, haircuts, colors, manicures, pedicures. We do a great.
That's right.
salon experience.
You're actually a full functioning salon,
That's
correct? Where
correct,
they
yeah.
can come in and they can get their hair.
Yes.
Anybody can come here and get their hair styled and all
know
that other good stuff.
And just so that you know, too, when you come in and support us by being a client of ours, that portion of that does go to the Wig Boutique. Everyone who just comes in is a customer. And well, first, we have a wonderful, wonderful experience that you couldn't experience anywhere else in our beautiful salon that's lined with windows that shows the whole entire panoramic view of Exeter Township. And the girls our culture is to serve and be warm and, give you a space to just kind of relax and recharge throughout our services. They're so knowledgeable and highly educated to be able to walk you through any type of style and what is possible for your hair and walk you through all that and give you just a great experience as well. Along the lines of shedding hair, one of our niches is fine thinning hair. So when you sit in my chair, I'll be able to give you a history of what I've experienced as a stylist behind the chair, of what works, what doesn't work, combined with trichology studying and also medical studying of what the causes of hair loss can be. So that's one of my niches, is to be able to help people through that journey of fine thinning hair. And it's not just when you get old, but, especially since the stress of COVID and the stress of just living through COVID and raising children through COVID, that there's younger and younger people, female people, that it's not just female pattern baldness, but creating, less hair or shedding of the hair. The medications, there's thousands of medications that could be causing that, but there's so many things that attribute to fine thinning hair that until you find the core issue, it's very difficult to start that process of regrowing, because it's not just like, oh, take minoxidil, or use Rogaine, or these are these nutrients, and so you could be doing all of that, but if it's not hitting the core issue, and the top core issue is stress,
Wow.
hormones, what is that called? Mental health medication, heart medication, thyroid. I can go on and on. Nutritional. Not having the right nutrition in you, or having a healthy lifestyle. So the number one thing that's going to grow hair back, no matter if you're going through any of this kind of stuff, is really looking at your lifestyle of exercise, health, nutrition, hydration, and staying out of the sun. And, that will help regenerate good, healthy hair follicles for a good, healthy hair growth. And anything that you would try on your own, no matter if it is using Rogaine, a minoxidil topical treatment, or you're taking pills, or you have Nutrafold and all different types of vitamins and nutritional things, the hair has a cycle that, it takes 3, 6, 9 months to a year for one hair to cycle through a follicle. So
Really?
not only does the follicle have to be very, very healthy, the hair that's being nourished underneath the hair bulb, that's before it comes out of the follicle, has to be nourishing. So it's happening inside your body for that 3, 6, 9 months. So you can be on a great program, but maybe you had to have a colonoscopy and you went under anesthesia, and anesthesia zaps the nutrients out of your body, even if it's only for a few minutes. So that in itself could cause some hair loss and kind of interrupt that whole entire cycle. And you got to get back on track. So a healthy life cycle, keeping a maintenance healthy life cycle, is the difficult type of thing. But everybody wants, of course, an instant gratification, which you can do with a wig. But if you want your own hair back, it's a maintenance. It's a habit and a therapy. So to getting into that habit can be difficult. Weight loss drugs and weight loss surgeries have, combined with hormones and stress, it's really thinned down the younger generation that I see.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't know any of that. That's deep. That's deep. So we're gonna do a little something light. We're gonna do.
Okay, yeah, lighten this up, please.
We're gonna lighten this up a little bit.
Okay.
We're gonna do 2 truths and a lie, or is it a lie and two truths?
You can do 2 truths and a lie, whatever,
We got to figure
whatever
out
order
which one you're
yeah,
lying
yeah,
about.
you pick
Diane.
the order.
So Diane, give us 2 truths and 1 lie. I'll give you a few minutes to think about it. We can edit this up a little bit, but give us 2 truths and a lie. And Tim, Nick, and myself have to figure out which one is the lie.
Okay. What do you think about this for a second? Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I'll be
All right.
quiet.
I think I got one. Here's a total truth. You know, I'm a big paddleboarder. And even going into the winter months, we're learning how to winter paddleboard. So, you know.
You can't tell us it's a truth. You have to tell us
Oh,
3 things
No.
and then say
Oh,
which
no,
one
no,
is the
no,
truth.
No.
of the
Hold on.
lie.
I got this though, because
Okay.
this could be one or
All
the
right.
other. Okay. All right. So, hey, at one time, I got to play Lindsey Buckingham's guitar during a Fleetwood Mac concert on stage.
Oh, wow.
And then I paddled over 4 different oceans in the last couple of years.
All right.
And I drive a F10 pickup truck.
F10 pickup truck. So 2 of them are true and 1 of them is a lie. What do you think, Tim? Did she paddleboard through all the oceans?
Like 4.
I'm going to
4
have to go.
4 of the oceans?
I think the first 2 were true, and I think you don't drive an F10 pickup truck.
I'm thinking the F10 pickup truck's a lie, too.
Yeah,
But you know what?
She could be
She
playing
could
us-
have one in her garage where she's
she
just
could
using
be
it.
playing us on the
I know.
ocean on the ocean count here, but I'm gonna go with the F10 pickup truck just because I don't see F10 pickup trucks around.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry. We're car guys.
You got
that's true.
Plugging our cars and coffee
I
in here.
did not think of that very well, did I?
It's okay.
Way
All right,
too
so
easy.
Come on. But you believe the Lindsey Buckingham story? It's true. Well, obviously it's
It was
true,
so
Well,
descriptive.
I didn't believe that one until you said the
F10
F10 pickup truck, because that would be a Ford class truck, and that's F250, F350, F450, F550,
Darn. I thought I was,
not F10.
you know, you would think I was blonde.
Or
Come
here's,
on.
here's
No,
you
it's all
another one. Here's you another one. If you would have said an S10,
Yep.
S10, that's a Chevrolet.
Yep. It's a
So-
great pickup.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
You were close.
Yeah, you shouldn't have brought up cars with all
This
the
is
cars
so
and coffee
true.
guys
I
here.
was like sitting up there thinking, what will be my lie? And I thought, oh, yeah, pickup truck.
Well, you came close,
I'll
Diane.
tell you
You
what,
came
I'll
close.
give you an A for effort and a B minus for creativity.
Oh, darn. Oh, no.
You know the whole.
Okay, what's another one? We're going to have to redeem
the
myself.
whole speaker thing? You know the whole speaker thing. Know your audience.
There you go.
So I'm a novice paddleboarder. I've only just started learning paddleboarding this summer. Do you have any tips or pieces of advice for somebody who's just getting started?
I do. Don't fall off.
Yeah, you don't have to fall off. Take a lesson.
Take a lesson.
100%.
Okay.
Because what you think you know, you don't.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with balance.
Okay.
And you don't pull. You dig.
Oh,
Yeah, I was out this morning. It was absolutely amazing.
Really?
Absolutely beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, to see the sunrise like that is just so cool. So it's gorgeous.
Oh, that is amazing.
Yeah. It's,
or get you a boat with a Mercury 250.
well, see, this is the deal about paddleboarding. Like, you know, be on a boat with a motor blaring in your head and all that kind of stuff,
right.
or be on a nice peaceful paddleboard.
It's quiet.
Going,
Yeah.
Just like really enjoy yourself. And it's really, the colors
Serenity.
have been popping the last couple of weeks. Absolutely
wow.
beautiful. I was out for like a 4 mile on Sunday, and I was out this morning having a late October this warm. It's
Oh, that's
pretty
great.
cool. Even though we're going to be doing cold water as well, so we have our gear all
Oh, that's
ready
crazy.
to go, and yeah, it's
So
fun.
is it like a group?
It is. It
group
is
of
Aqua
you?
Ohm Paddleboard. A gal who started this business quite a few years ago, and she not only does yoga on paddleboards, but she does paddleboard lessons, and she creates events so you can learn more about the water, the current, the winds.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get her on the show.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
absolutely. Cami. Yeah, she's so interesting. And
that's
there's
cool.
so much more than just, getting on that paddleboard and going. And the community of it. She creates a whole community because
that's awesome.
the gals that meet up especially for Wake Up Women on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's just a community of people that used to paddleboard by themselves, and we met up and found Cammie, who taught us how to do it properly, taught us technique, taught us how to race, pivot, top, do some pretty cool stuff on it. Wow. And
that is cool.
And it's also for safety, so that, we take care of each other. We make sure that everyone's safe, everyone's caught up, and
that's cool.
Prepare for cold water is a different type of safety. And also, so if the winds are really too high and it's not awesome to paddleboard on the water, or safe to paddleboard on the water, we'll hike. So we've learned a little bit more that way as well.
So see now, knowing what you just taught us, the next time you play Two Truths and a Lie, so you could have brought up anything on the paddleboard with the exception maybe of Nick.
So true.
You could have said, well, on a paddleboard, you don't have to wear a life vest.
I totally underestimated the male dominant room here. totally. So
I don't know anything about
My
cars.
apologies.
So you said just the
You
fact that you
believed me there for a minute.
No, I didn't
You
believe
just
you
know
were
I
with
don't
a
drive
pickup
a-
truck. I just didn't know the whole F thing that was going on. I was like, oh, okay, yeah.
Well, we are car people, not necessarily male dominant, but because I know a lot of women.
That's true. I was just at Cars and Coffee, you guys. and
Right?
You would think I would have thought that.
And we
oh
have
my gosh.
we have some very awesome females as well out at Cars and Coffee that really know
Oh my God, yes.
their cars.
That is the most fun to walk around, and I
Right?
don't know. I mean, I appreciate cars. I appreciate all types of art and all types of people's interests that is important to them. I love to come into that space and just really appreciate it as well. And walking through Cars and Coffee the other Sunday is walking like through an art gallery, all the different kinds, and so entertaining listening to the conversations. It's like, well, now you don't ever want to rub one little spot now because that's going to leave a spot. So you must just leave the whole thing really dusty,
It's like a window.
That sounds like Tim's demographic talking about their
It may have been
cars.
Tim.
It's like a glass. So you cannot spot clean a glass.
I learned
Either
that.
you don't clean it
So true.
or you clean the
whole thing.
entire thing.
Right.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I did learn that. Yep. And then I was like, and then when you pump it once, it comes up this way. And I just put this little thing on and you pump it and you hold it. And I was like, I don't know what he's talking about, but should I listen or should I just keep walking?
It is cool to see some of the unique things, like the actual imported vehicles that come from other countries.
Oh yeah, the
And,
right-hand drives are
Yeah,
it's
or like
crazy.
the little mini K cars and everything.
Yeah.
The British cars too. But it's just neat to see everybody kind of coming together.
course,
It really
it's
is a
always-
melting pot. Yeah.
Always nice to prompt our co-sponsor in Cars and Coffee with proper noise.
Oh yeah, proper noise.
Because
Yeah, definitely.
they build and or work on a lot of those European cars, and they know the business.
Oh, yes, they do.
Awesome,
Very much so.
They do awesome work over
It
there.
is awesome.
Very
hey,
much so.
man, I appreciate. I'm a clean freak, so looking at those engines, I'm thinking, what the heck is that? Toothpicks and probably Q-tips going on in those engines?
I believe
Are
it.
you kidding me? So I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Oh, yeah,
I'm thinking
very
if a guy
clean.
can clean like that, his engine, what's going on in the house,
We're
man? Like, going
capable of great things.
Yes, it's probably listed in somebody's medical journal somewhere as a medical condition.
I appreciate it, very much appreciated.
So Diane, before we end this thing, I want you to plug yourself. Tell us about your business real quick, and let us know the services you provide. Not necessarily at the Wig Bank, but at your actual business. Just tell us about Thanx Hair Artistry. Is that how you say it?
It's called Thanx Hair Artistry.
Awesome.
THANX. Thanx Hair Artistry. And when someone says your hair looks great, all you ever have to say is thanks.
Love it.
Love it.
I'll tell you the truth really behind it. It is really a testament of my faith. And every time that we do say thanks, it is a praise to the God above, and has given me this opportunity and this privilege to be able to take care of people. And that's what speaks to me the most. And that's the real reason why it's called Thanx Hair
Awesome,
Artistry.
sister.
But we are a full-service hair salon. My name is Diane Keck, and otherwise known as Di Keck. You'll find me on Instagram, Di Keck Life or Di Keck Hair, and thanxhair.com is our website, thanxhair.com. We're located in Exeter, and I have a team of 4, and they are wonderful hairdressers that can do all types of hair. They love doing foiling and balayage, highlighting. long hair. We like doing, they're beautiful gel nails with stamping, and also there's pedicures and eyelash tinting, eyebrow shaping. We are an Aveda salon, which is it's a vegan product line, including the hair color, which is great for your hair, your scalp, or hands. It's beautiful. It's mixed down to the gram. Your color is customized down to the gram of percentage of what we create. So it's really hard to duplicate in any other salon. But it also puts a testament to how educated and creative we can be as hairdressers and hairstylists. We provide such an experience because we really believe that our culture is filled with, we're a serve culture. We're here to serve you, give you a warm place so you can relax and recharge. Our shampoo experience is like no other. It is complete with a scalp massage, warm steam towel around your hair for a hair facial, hand massage, and it just puts you in a real, just relaxing type of spirit. So we have plenty of parking, and it's easy to find at the Spine and Wellness Building in Exeter
I
Township.
was just about to ask where that was. So I am a Spine and Wellness fan, so I know exactly where you are, and I love that you guys got that new parking lot, and they did that construction recently, and yeah, it's definitely easier to access now.
You got to pop in and say hello.
I will.
Come check the boutique out.
Yeah, absolutely.
That'd be great. I love that.
All the things you just said you guys do, I only knew like 3 of them. And I'm like, wow, that just sounds like an experience.
It's a total experience. Yeah, like none other, like you said. Yep.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you think the barbers got their hot towels from? We picked up on that way later down the road.
Apparently, I did.
Yeah.
I did not know.
Yeah.
Apparently,
I didn't know either.
nice. That's awesome.
Yeah,
That
it
is
is
awesome.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Diane, so much for coming. We truly appreciate you and all the work you do. It is amazing. And I'm sure probably thousands of people by now, since the last 20 years that you helped, I'm sure they all appreciate you tremendously. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Before we head out, Nick, do you have any final words? Anything you want to add to this?
Really, guys, just want to say, if you want to make your life easier, keep following.
Yeah, that's
the
my
current.
line, Nick. You need to roll up. Roll up. Hold up.
Oh.
Hold up. You need to come up with another line.
You gotta
Good.
watch Nick,
Darn,
man.
you know you guys don't understand how many takes it took me to remember that line. I was trying to impress him.
All right. So we're skipping Nick on the.
Right?
Do you have any final words, Nick?
No, just Diane, thank you so much for coming in. You know, it's an opportunity for me to get to sit here with everybody that's getting involved in our community. Community is something that I care deeply about, and you know, you're inside the fabric of what Riverfront stands for, and giving back to the community. We're not, just like you mentioned. I could sell more wigs and grow really, really big, but how much of an impact am I making then when it comes to helping the community, right? So we take that philosophy with us and how we take care of our membership. And, you know, it's not all about growth. It's about taking care of the membership and doing the best for them and doing the best for the community that we're blessed to be a part of. So thank you.
So appreciative of this time and being able to share my story and share what I do so that more people, and hopefully I can help more people. Thank you very much.
Tim.
I echo a lot of what Nick just said, and for the record, we got to start. I believe it or not, I'm gonna say this: we got to start putting Nick on a timer. He has like 1 minute. 1 minute. No, I'm just.
We're just joking.
That's what we do here.
We got to put this guy on a timer. Wait a second.
They pay me to talk.
Oh my gosh.
No, that's what we do. I told you, Diane. We do
Have a little bit of fun.
We have some fun on here.
This was fun.
And that's what it is. And hopefully, you know, our listeners, all
10 of them.
all 10 of them,
Tens upon tens.
Yep.
it starts to tell their friends, like, you gotta listen to this podcast. But in all seriousness, greatly appreciate what you guys do and helping us do what we do each October. And you know, the foreseeable future is already established as far as what we want to do and how we're going to do it. The only thing that we've got to decide now is how do we make it bigger. And one of the things these guys will tell you, one of my go-to phrases is bigger, better, faster.
Yes.
And each year we've tried to add stuff to it and making it bigger and better. You know, the faster I don't know about, but bigger and better, definitely. and you have been a shining part of that. And we want to keep you busy the other 11 months as well. So whatever we can do to help you there, we're just a phone call away.
Yes.
Thank you
And
so much.
again, to everybody that our 10 people that do listen, we greatly
Yes.
appreciate their loyalty and coming back when we post a podcast and giving us a little bit of love.
Awesome. So if you're listening and you want to know more about what Riverfront is doing to raise money for breast cancer awareness, visit our website at riverfrontfcu.org/AMC. There you'll get to see things like right now we have a piggy bank auction that we're doing that are hand-painted piggies that breast cancer survivors and friends of breast cancer survivors all had painted. Visit our website at riverfrontfcu.org so that you can see where you can go to place a bid on one of these little piggies. That's all we have, and thank you very much for listening. And remember, if you want to make your life easier, keep following the current.
See what he said.
All right,
Thank
thanks,
you.
Joel. It was great.
All right, awesome. And we're out.